Here's the brand new Canon EOS 60D. It's the successor to the 50D, and it's bringing a whole bunch of brand new features that a lot of people have been waiting a long time for. Not only will this take some extraordinary photos with an 18 megapixel sensor, it's also going to take some extraordinary video as well. Full 1080p HD video can be taken with this camera. And in fact, if you shoot in 720, you can get up to 60 frames per second. Very, very impressive camera right here. Now, this kit comes with a great lens, 18 to 135 millimeter lens. So you can get a nice long zoom with the kit lens. Of course, it does have interchangeable lenses as well. On the top is where you're going to find most of your controls and your LCD display. Now, this LCD display is going to give you information on shutter speed, on aperture, on ISO. So with a single glance, you can automatically figure out what mode your camera is in, and you can get quick access to all of those modes right there. You have an adjustment wheel right in front of the shutter release, so you can very, very quickly dial in any settings that you want to. On the back, you've got more controls. You've got a nice rotary control right here, a quick button. This allows you to quickly access and change various settings in the camera. You also have your menu and your info buttons located right here. One of the big changes, one of the cool additions to this camera is the articulating screen. This is kind of a new thing for Canon DSLRs. It's got a 3-inch, very, very high-resolution screen, and this can be articulated to any position. So now you can shoot from low angles, from high angles, and still be able to see what's going on the screen. Now, it has a 9-point autofocus system, so you're going to be able to get great focus in any situation, and also is going to shoot up to 12,800 ISO, an extremely high ISO rating with pictures that are still not going to show a whole lot of noise when shooting at that high ISO. You can essentially shoot almost in the dark with this camera. It's got a 5.3 frame per second burst mode, and that's, of course, made possible by the Digic 4 processor that's on board. One of the other really, really cool features of this camera, if you decide to shoot video with it, is that it also has audio controls, something brand new that other Canon DSLRs don't have. So you can manually adjust your audio levels on this camera, and of course, your microphone is going to plug in right over here. Over here on the side, you have your microphone input, HDMI out, AV out, and USB output, and an input for your remote control located right here on the left-hand side. Over on the other side is where you're going to find your SD card slot. This does take SD cards, not compact flash, and it will accept SDXC cards as well. So you can get those really high-speed, high-capacity cards and use them on this camera. Now, if you've ever used a Canon digital SLR camera, you'll immediately feel at home with the menu system. Adjustments are quick and easy to make with the built-in rotary wheel and the navigational buttons that are located right here. You can set all of your camera controls right in here and assign multiple functions to all of the various buttons on the camera. So it's really, really easy to use, really easy to set your shooting resolution. You can quickly flip between RAW and JPEG modes, all of that accessible right here in the menu system. If you're ready to step into the world of almost professional photography, this is definitely the camera to help you do it. It's got the APS-C sensor on board, 18 megapixels, extraordinary HD video, and it's still pretty easy to use. Tons of shooting modes available to you, but of course, the real power is when you take manual control of this camera. It's going to allow you to take some really, really incredible photos. Very, very nice new shooter from Canon. It's the Canon 60D. To get more information on the all-new Canon EOS 60D digital SLR camera, go to tigerdirect.com and search for C930-1788.